Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browner, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So, bird, 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 bird is the word. That's what we're doing. I like to make birds a lot, and this one's going to be kind of, I think, a rooster-esque-ish. Just kind of getting his body here, and then we'll kind of fill it in as we go along. But I always have fun with my birds. You can probably see my rooster, my rockin' rooster back there. And he's got feet on, shoes on, but a lot of times I make, when I first started making painting, making birds, making anything, I decided that they all needed these little pitchfork feet. And I don't know why, but now they all have kind of these pitchfork feet. So, and, just fun colors, fun shapes, fun sizes, fun, it's, I used to not paint. That scared me. I put my, did you see me jump? Did you hear me jump? I put my phone on silent because, it goes off 90,000 times for every little thing. And so, it just went off, and I have it setting up on a little shelf thing, and it basically fell over because it was making the noise. Anyways, I feel like I need a little brighter green in here. Let's really go. Let's see. And I don't think I did myself any favor by putting that dark of a background for him, but it'll be okay. Oh, this is almost like paste. I always tell myself I should... Oh! Okay, so we're going to just drop everything. I always tell myself I should have water on my table, and then guess who doesn't put water on their table? Me! So, here we go. Anyways, we're going to have a brighter green in here so that it will shine up a little bit. Anyways, Owen is off with his grandma. He, so much excitement over the last few days that are going on. He is one party animal after another, and today is no exception. On Thursday, it was his teacher's birthday, and from where he was when he was younger, he did not even want a present opened. Like, if a present was wrapped, then it was supposed to stay wrapped. But he didn't even understand presents. Like, he didn't understand that you give them, you get them, they're exciting. Like, it was awful. To see a present was the present. Like, if you tried to open it, it was hours upon hours upon hours of a meltdown for him. And it was hard because you want to give your child presents. You want them to have the world. You want them to be excited. And that wasn't where we were at. And the expectations, because my mom was so good at birthday parties and giving my brother and I just, we weren't millionaires, but she would give us new clothes and new games and, just have the kids over that were our friends and just the stuff, the things, she tried to do all of that. And so for Owen, that is what I wanted. I wanted him to tell me, what he wanted for his birthday cake and what party he wanted to have or where he wanted to go or. And he just couldn't. I mean, that he was at a stage where even doing anything was so hard for him. And you have to meet your child where they're at, but it's still an emotional ride. I mean, there's still so many moments in time with that. So learning to kind of put your own expectations in one, place, and again, meeting your child to where they are, it's a lot. It's a lot of moments in time. But he is now loving parties, wants to go to birthday parties, wants people to have presents, wants people to, celebrate. And, it's such, I try not to cry about every milestone and try not to focus on, just every little aspect of it, but it's huge. It's mind blowing sometimes the amount of emotions that I go through, because it's so, for him to have this is just amazing. It's so, oh, I turn.
Finish this. Just let me know you're done. I'll remind you in an hour.
I love how I turned off my things and they still come through. Anyways, so I am so happy that he is excited about going to parties and events and things. And so today was a big day for him because it's was movie day, movie trip, as he calls it, movie trip. Our church sponsors a movie event for special needs families, and he loves being picked up by our friend from church, and off they go to movie trip. And today he made it through more than half the movie, which is exciting because he knows that she's going to then take him to his grandma's house. And so that's exciting because he loves spending time with his grandma. And so he can't necessarily last the whole movie because he is excited about the next phase of his day, which again, I'm thrilled that he gets to go to these different things. But then the next part of his exciting thing is his friend is having his birthday party at what Owen always calls the indoor pool, which is the perfect description because it's the indoor pool. So we will be going to that later this afternoon, and he is beyond thrilled about going to the indoor pool. So my boy has had a busy day already because he's gone to the movie. Like I said, they made it through, she said, a little over half the movie, which is superb, wonderful. And now he is with his grandma. And then I will go pick him up in a little while for the movie event, and we will have that. So he is, oops, that was a little bigger than I wanted. He is thrilled with all of his adventures. And he had to work through a lot of behaviors. That was his I don't even know what the right word is. He had to work through the behaviors in order to go. I'm tired today. The last few days have been hard for me because I had my infusion on Tuesday, and this one's just been not very fun. But he likes to scream a lot, and in order to go today, he could not scream at me. There's happy screams, and then there's screams. He's now started this scream where he does it because he knows that if he does it, it's getting to me. Like, he can tell, like, he thinks that if he does something, then he'll get his way. And I tried to explain to him that that is not exactly how we get our way. And so we're working on listening, and I talked to him about being a team with me, and that he has to understand that we are not doing this against each other. We're doing this to help each other, and that when he's upset, I'm upset. When he's, happy, I'm happy. And so we just have to remember to keep working together to get those moments. So he did fantastic when he came home from school yesterday, because I had told him in the morning that he really needed to think about that, and mommy and him needed to work on everything together. And he had a great night. He was so calm. He did a couple little things, but he worked through them quickly, he realized. And he did excellent. So he got to go on his movie trip and to see his grandma. So, I tell him all the time that mommy doesn't get everything right all the time. Mommy isn't, my behavior. I get upset. We have our moments. Life is interesting, but it's how we work through it together, and how we forgive and move on and do those types of things that we really have to work through and concentrate on. And he's getting it. He's grown so much, and I'm so proud of him. So, anyways, there's our rooster. There is our rooster. So, I sign this O for Owen, and then L and B. There we are. So, we got it. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.